Happy New Year to everyone. And if you're like me, you can't wait to get your hands on some seeds starting for this upcoming year. So let's start. I won't waste your time. So the first thing that we want to get seeds started is your long to maturity things, such as tomatoes. Tomatoes usually take about 8 to 12 weeks to get a nice size for transplants, and also your peppers. Now, this depends when your last frost date is going to be. For me, they say is usually by the end of February, but we always get a frost mid-March. And the less amount of frost that or cold temperatures that your transplants get, the better chance they will have. They won't get stunted. They'll do much better. So if you could hold on until for sure you're not having lower temps of like 50 degrees at night, your plants should do way better. So I am going to try to do this year a yellow marinara sauce, a yellow spaghetti sauce. So that's why I am growing my golden California wonders and also some of yellow tomatoes. Now this is just what I have here. I have like a tons of other ones, like this ones, the yellow stuffer, the power tomato, and the sunray tomato. Now the yellow stuffer, this one is a very low yielding plant, so you're not gonna get a lot of fruit from this plant, but it's basically like a stuffer. It doesn't have that much of flesh or seeds on the inside. So I'm gonna try to just maybe grow like a few plants of this because I am trying to grow prolific plants this year, shorter to maturity plants this year. Now this sunray yellow tomato right here, it is drought and heat tolerant, and it's also a prolific plant. So I'm probably gonna grow more of these and less of the stuffers. So that's what we're doing with our yellow and yellow tomatoes. Also, I didn't grow chile ancho, and I use this a lot for cooking. So you could use this fresh, and you could dry this as well. I'm also going to be growing holy moly. It's a pepper that you use to make mole. It's a Mexican traditional dish. Also guajillo. If you do a lot of Mexican food, guajillo is like the main chile that we use. And I am going to be starting my roselle. Now I have Thai roselle and I also have the white roselle. And I also have the seeds that I saved from the roselle that I grow each and every year. So I'm gonna start those. I'm also gonna start some chocolate cherries and the Bellac cream. Now, like I said, I'm trying to do high producing tomatoes, but they said that the black cream does really well with our heat. Florida or even Texas, we get all those crazy heats that our flowers just drop and our plants don't produce. But black cream is said to be doing really well. Also, Berry's Crazy Cherry did really well last year. And also tomatillos. Now, tomatillos, I never had flower drop. They could withstand high heat. These love high heat. So if you have a trouble growing tomatoes, you might want to give tomatillos a chance. Also, for our heat over here, we have the Florida Day tomato. This is for heat. They do better in our not even summer, because springtime we already have like 90-degree weather in springtime. The porter tomatoes are also like heat tolerant, and the homestead tomatoes are also heat tolerant. Not so much of the flower dropping, so that's good. Now also you want to start your flowers. I've had maybe like two bee balms that actually like work for me, because I tend to transplant them a little bit too early and they get killed by all the wildlife. So I'm gonna try to start my flowers and leave them in longer in containers and not transplant them until much later. But chamomile, it does great here in springtime. This is frost hardy. You want to start it indoors, and you could plant this outside whenever you want, honestly, because it's frost hardy. And I actually have some growing right now, but it's like pretty small. We don't have a lot of like sun. The sun is pretty weak right now, so they're not growing at as fast as. Also, black eyed Susans do great here in Florida. And borage, the pollinators love borage. You could also eat the little flower petals. They taste like cucumbers. Borage does well here in spring and in fall. They do die in summer, and they don't like the frost. Now, calendulas are frost hardy. Agastache are perennial here, but they do take a long time, and I've always killed them. So I bought a new one. So hopefully I don't kill it this time. Nasturtiums, there are trailing nasturtiums, and they're bush nasturtiums. So you could have either that. Also, your milkweed. I think I killed my milkweed. I have to go check. It was alive like last month, but I didn't see it this month, so I probably killed it. So we're gonna have to start a new one. Believe it or not, carnations are perennials and they don't die in Florida heat. I have some out there. They are flowering right now as we speak, and they were also flowering in the middle of summer. And I don't have them in such a great seed, not seed. I don't have them in such a great medium. Like they're basically mostly sand, and I don't water them as frequent. So carnations are really, really, I underestimated them. So give them a try. I'm also gonna do petunia. Look at this. These are just beautiful, and you could use them as a coloring for your syrups. It's just gorgeous. I don't know what, but this year I went with the purples. Also, snapdragons prefer a cooler temperatures. So for springtime, early, start them indoors in winter. And stuff that you can plant right now. Well, actually, I'm also doing milk thistle for liver cleansing. You can do lettuce right now. I'm going to direct sow all my lettuce outside right now, and I'm gonna try to harvest them as baby greens. Now, if you don't have any of these and you want to start them a little bit later, like I said, you could just harvest them as baby greens if the temperatures are getting too hot. Lettuce has been pretty tricky for me growing here for them not to get bitter. The key is grow them with the cooler season and water them. Don't let them go dry, because if the soil goes dry, they tend to get bitter and want to bolt. So either harvest them as baby greens. I try not to do head lettuce because they take longer to mature, and our heat, it's crazy here. So try to do cut and come again lettuces. You could also do watercress. You could do common sorrel. Common sorrel is so high in vitamin C. You could do upland cress. And I am also going to be direct sowing garlic chives and chives. And these are perennial for our zones too. I am zone 9. You could also direct sow any parsley, any cilantro. And I will be also, this you could direct sow outside, but this you're gonna start indoors, which is basil. Basil likes the warmth. And I'm also doing for my tea little area, I started some lemon balm, but mandarina flavor, and also regular lemon balm. I'm also gonna do anaro or achiote. This year, this is the first time I'm gonna grow this one, but I'm so excited. It's great for food coloring, and also as a parasite aid. Basically, it paralyzes your parasites, so you could expel them better, and it's great if you have chickens. You could give the little pots to your chickens as a natural dewormer. So plant more than what you think you need. Don't think, oh, I only need 5 plants, I'm gonna only start 5 plants. No, like honestly, start way more than what you think you need, because things could go bad. Also, don't waste all your seeds. Like if you have a packet, I suggest you save a little bit of those seeds in case the first seeding doesn't go quite as right, and then you have a backup. So these are my cilantro seeds that I started, I think like a couple of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, I'm not sure. And I also started some sprouting broccoli so that I could put down. This one is purple sprouting broccolis, and they look ready to go outside. And these are some of the cabbages that I still need to go and put in ground. So like I said, have you guys seen what's going on in Japan? So get your house in order. Plant as much as you can. We can't control anything. God is in control. So we just need to get prepared like Joseph. I also have to put all of these in ground. This one is my rhubarb. Look at how pretty. And I have some peppers that I never transplanted that are giving me peppers. So here's where I'm gonna put some of my starts that I already have. We actually built the rows, people. We are ahead of schedule, 2024. We're starting on the right track. My freezer is full of the chicken that I harvest, and we got our beds ready. These are like, I think 20 plus rows, and I've been watering it, but it's ready to plant in. This soil we have gotten a couple of times so that I know that it's not hot, it's ready to plant, and it won't kill my plants. So happy seed starting, and I hope that everybody has a great time this year with your seed starting. And remember just to keep extra seeds. Family Dollar and the tree, what is it, the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree now anymore, they're gonna start taking out their seeds, or 25 cents a pack. So don't worry if you guys don't have the big budget to buy all these fancy seeds. Dollar Tree, it's there to help you guys out, to help us out, because I go and I splurge on dollar seeds. Now I have some of my snapping peas growing, so they've been doing pretty well. Here are my carnations. Look at this, and they're like this in summer too. And look at the soil, like sandy, ugly soil. I did put a little bit of compost, but it's like a bag for like 6 feet. But yeah, look at this, beautiful. And over here we have our lemon balm. We have gotten frost, and these ones are supposed to be non-frost hardy, but here they didn't die. Did pretty well, pretty well. Here's thyme, and here's some marjoram. Marjoram's not looking pretty happy. Here is the horehound. Now, like I said, I am growing my medicinal garden this year, so this is part of my medicinal garden. I am also gonna make all of this my medicinal garden, herbs and stuff. But before I get to that, I actually have to fix my girls' fencing. Actually do it legit, not just with like sticks here and there, and just clean everything up. And this is our leftover soil that we have, which I need to fill up my green stocks. And here is the chamomile that I showed you guys. I started this in like late fall, and I need to weed. I haven't weeded, but yeah, chamomile. And this is calendula that are frost hardy, but they still got burned. And look what we have here. It's finally sprouting, finally making a head. I have a couple of them, they're making heads right now. Now they're tiny, but they started. I feel like I'm behind sometimes, but yeah. And we also got strawberries going. Now I need to come and move my green stocks because this is not the best place for them, because you see I killed a bunch of them. But what's doing good is doing great. Look at this one. I'm so excited. Finally get to see the work of my labor. And my lettuce tower, some of them are like bolting. See, they're long, so this is not the best spot for them, I figured. So, but we have lettuce. I've actually eaten some. If you soak them in water, it'll get rid of the bitterness a little bit. And I need to come and harvest all of my peppers. I haven't done so because I'm kind of stuck, like you see. I'm a little bit challenged right now with my whole setup, but no biggie. It's just for 2 more months and we get to take all of this off. I forgot to mention, I'm gonna start my potatoes. So start my potatoes, and I'm gonna put like a frost cover over them in case we have like crazy frost. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.